As many of you know, I've spent most of my life in secular employment, mostly in IT and internet-related activity, and a lot of that living in cube farms. And one of the interesting aspects of living and working in a cube in a large organization is the one-sided conversations one hears from the next cube over from time to time. And back in the late 90s when I was an internet consultant, I first started thinking about this. And I always wondered what the conversation would sound like when God called up to order a website. And it might go something like this, with some apologies to Bob Newhart. Gotta have a prop. Slothowers and Associates, good afternoon. How may I direct your call? This is John Slothower speaking. Yes, we do create websites. Very, very good ones, if I do say so myself. You want to know about websites. Well, you know, you're talking to the right person at the right place at the right time. So, how can I help you? You want to know what a website is. Well, it's a collection of electronic pages and services which people access across the web, over the internet. Basically, it's a way to tell your story and to get people to do something. What? You like the story analogy. Well, you know, I think it's a pretty good one too. You think you would like one? Well, we certainly would be pleased to help you. Why don't I get some basic information and let's see what we can do. First, what's your name? Is that with a big G or a little g? Big G, right. Okay, what I want to do now is run through some basic questions about your goals so that we can get some idea about what will be involved in creating what you want. Let's begin with the basics. Who is your audience? Everybody. Isn't that a little broad? Our experience, backed by extensive market research, shows that an effective website focuses on a specific customer. You need to define your target audience so you can tune the message to their needs. Adjusting the message isn't your style. Right. Okay, maybe some of this will become clearer to you as we go along. The next area we need to look at is product. What is your product? Salvation. Okay. Do you have a fulfillment process in place? The Federal Trade Commission gets very nasty if you promise something you can't deliver. You do, and you haven't had any complaints. Well, that's a pretty notable achievement. And oh, before I forget, do you take credit cards? No cards. Okay, well, that's a problem we won't have to deal with not having to do any payment processing. Now, let's talk about branding. You know, brand names, the names people recognize your product by. Yeah. Christianity. Certainly everyone will recognize it, but you may have a problem getting a trademark. That's very generic. You won't be able to get a trademark and anyone will be able to use the name. It would be pretty easy to scam you. You don't care. Anything else we can use? You'll think about it. Okay, now how about a tagline, like a slogan? AT&T uses reach out and touch someone, or GE's we bring new things to life. Yeah, Yeah, they really did use that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No. I don't think God or else is user-friendly. You want to attract people, not scare them. Oh, you do want to scare them. Well, maybe it'll work then. Have you given any thought to the name of your web domain? You have. Good. What have you thought of? God.com. I don't think they'll let you have it. It's on the restricted list, so people won't be offended. No, Christ.com has the same problem. Maybe we can do something with your name. What about Yahweh.com? Oh, no, wait, people might confuse it with Yahoo.com. Let's try some other variations on your name. Translated, what does it come out as? I am who I am. I see. Well, let's see what we can do with a variant on that. How about Iam.com? Oops, no, wait, cat food company already has that. How about IamWhoIam.com? As long as you don't confuse it with Popeye the Sailor. What? Oh no, it's an old cartoon character. No, it looks like this is available. Let's go for it now. Have you thought about visual presentation? Do you have a creative team you work with? You are the creative team. Okay. Well, yeah, I see your point, but do you have any experience with optimizing graphics for the web? I suppose that you did the original web should count for something. Another detail we need to deal with is privacy policies, disclaimers, and terms and conditions. What are terms and conditions? Those are the rules for your users. You've written those already. Good. Well, that's thinking ahead. Oh, you wrote them a long time ago. Have you thought about updating them? They're carved in stone. Yeah, I guess that could be a problem. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me work up an estimate and get back to you. Yeah. Probably about a week. I expect this will take me about 6 days. Yes. Oh, and please send your credit references. Bye now. So what is this all about? When I first started working up this script, I thought that I would be highlighting the differences between the fast-paced, go character of the internet world and the slower, more measured pace of our faith and our life in our church. However, the farther I got into it, the more the similarities outnumbered the differences. There are certainly some incongruities between the pace of our world today, for at least some of us, and the more traditional approach of our faith. But as I applied the marketing mentality to the idea of talking with God about a website, the more I came to believe that in many ways the web is merely the use of a new technology to do what we already do. In essence, the recipe for success on the web is 3 simple steps. Tell your story to someone who is ready to hear it. Give them an opportunity to act. Support them and follow through on your promise. That's it. Sounds like a lot like Christian evangelism. There are some powerful analogies here. In the dialogue, I mentioned using the web to tell your story. And this is how I presented it when I was making sales calls in my more profitable working days. Storytelling is the basis of our Christian faith as well. We tell the story of God in the Old and the New Testaments. We tell the story of Jesus, and we tell our own stories. In addition, we listen. We listen to the stories of those around us. We give people the opportunity to act. Come to our church. Join our community. We will share with you the exploration of the meaning and the action of faith. And finally, support. In business, we call it customer support. Here it is community support. We listen to others, we help others, we support others. I know this will surprise everyone, but I'm not going to beat this into the ground. But the next time you are surfing the web, think about how God's website would look, what it would offer, how it would follow through, and smile as you realize that all those webmasters out there are trying to do what you already know how to do. Reach out and touch someone. Amen.